Hey, Jimmy's! It's Psychic Bob. Well, it is so rocking to be back with you guys. And gosh, it looks like we already got people already gathering over here in chat. I see Christian Druid 1313's here. Sin 1982 is here. David Jan's here. Yay. Miss Sylvia's here. Tony King's here. Tegan's here. Yay. Kim Osborne. Cindy Fitzgerald. Yay. Kate Pigeon's here. Dana T's here. Sarah J. My gosh, we got all the old crew and new people too. How wonderful. Yay. Raph Turtle's here. G Goth Paranormal's here. Steph Phantom's here. Hi, Steph. Good to see you. AR's here. Miss Sylvia. Oh, my gosh. So many people. This is exciting. Wow. Miss Sylvia, you're staying up late, and Gab is too. I tell you guys, it's after midnight in London. Nessie Anderson's here. Hey, Nessie. Good to see you. Brianna's here. Carol Pettis. Lady Carol's here. Yay. Ken's here. Mr. 72368. Julie Horvath's here. Yay. Gab Hines. My gosh. So many cool people. Well, this is so cool to have all of you here. Well, thank you to you guys who've been letting me have a little bit of a break. Yesterday we didn't have the seance. I just did a little vlog. But I tell you, I've really been kind of resting, recuperating, and doing a little bit of housework too. I've been working on setting up a new temple room in my house. So in the coming weeks, hopefully we'll have a little more on that. Because I want to set up a whole new place where we can do filming and teach magic. But I really need the space set up to do that. As any of you who do magic know, like to do a spell is one thing, but when you want to demonstrate it for somebody and film it, you need kind of a setup where you can actually do the work and have the room to set up the cameras and all that. So we're going to be having more magical stuff coming in the coming weeks. But I'm just so glad you're here. Yay, Tina Sellens is here. Ghostly Girl's here. Yay. Hey, Ghostly Girl. I don't know if you got it, but I sent you a link on my last video yesterday. You asked about the Green Man. I put a link to one of my videos about the Green Man. It's an old one from like 10 years ago. But you asked a good question. You said, Bob, who is the Green Man? And that's so funny that you said that, because a lot of times I talk about stuff and I just assume people have been around and know what I'm talking about. And that was a really good reminder for me that I need to define terms sometimes. And so anyways, I did define the Green Man for you on yesterday's video. And if you look Ghostly Girl, there's also a link there as well. So anyways, thank you for bringing that to my attention. Now you know about the Green Man, hopefully. Yeah. So, anyways, well, we do have a great amount of people here. Thank you, Cindy. Cindy says, Psychic Bob, you have to take care of yourself. That's right. I'm really working on balancing, because the month of January for me is always, every year for like 20 years past, it's been a very intense month. Literally everybody and their cousin is calling me for a reading, which I am thankful for. By the way, we still have a few spots left. Actually, I don't think we have any left this week, maybe the next week. I'm booking it like 2 and 3 weeks ahead, so I don't know where we are. But if you want to get on for a reading, I would encourage you to contact me as soon as possible, okay? My phone number, my website, all that's below, okay? Under the Earth. Hello, Under the Earth. I like that name. Paradigm Breakers here. Good to think of you. Sarah J's here. Antoine LeVay's here. Yay. All right. My goodness. So anyways, yeah, I see you guys are asking questions about Kobe Bryant. Anytime anybody leaves the earth suddenly, I think from a psychic place, it creates a real kind of a shock. It creates like a vacuum, and somebody who's a beloved sports star, they inspire a lot of people. So I think from a psychic place, there's a real sense of voidism right now. But you and I both know that he went over to the other side. And it's tragic. But I got to tell you guys, this is interesting about people are saying, oh my God, his daughter died with him. But one of the things I want to remind you guys is that when we have family, many times our family, we're part of a soul group. We choose our family members, we choose our incarnations. And I think that this is really honestly a sign of he and his daughter being part of the soul group. So they agreed to kind of go back home together. And I can tell you, as having my own near-death experience, that I don't say this to sound flippant. I'm being very sincere. Dying's not the worst thing in the world, honestly. One of the things that happens, especially when we have a tragic death, like we saw with Kobe, they actually don't experience their bodies being crushed and in flames. What happens is right before the impact, like the helicopter goes down or an explosion, literally you get taken out of your body. I was in a very bad car accident several years ago. And what happened when I had a double impact. It's a long story, but right when the first car hit me, everything went silent and I literally just went out of my body. And then I was floating above it all. And I didn't experience any pain or anything until I came back to the body. I begged God not to send me back. I wanted to stay in the spirit world. Um, but this is a sign of soul groups, and this death of Kobe Bryant. It's really it's kind of a lesson for all of us. It's a reminder that life is short. It's also a reminder that you know we do congregate in soul groups, and sometimes people come in together as a soul group, sometimes they go out as a soul group, kind of like when we see twins, like twins are born. Twins are kind of soul grouped entities, souls that are united, and they come into the earth together. And it's very interesting is because when a twin dies, usually not long after that their other twin passes. So again, this is all about soul groups today. And I know everybody's grieving and sad about it. And I understand that. That's the human part of us. But as a psychic, I guess I'm just a little more transcendent in that I understand the interplay of what's going on. And so I can see it for what it is. Hi, Robert Stevens. Good to see you. Hi, Simba. Good to see you. Robbie Sullum's here. Yay. Tegan has a question. Tegan asks, are soul groups and a soul tribe the same thing? Um, well, that's a good question. Yes and no. Soul group is when a group of souls choose to be on earth at the same time for a mission. Soul tribe is more like you carry a similar vibration, but you may not interact. Like, for example, as a Wiccan, when I meet fellow Wiccans, I call them my soul tribe because our spiritual lives, our spiritual focus is the same. And so they are part of my tribe. We know each other, but we may not have charted our lives to be directly interactive. So I would say a soul group is much more intimate, whereas a soul tribe is more universal in its scope, not so intimate. Anyways, I hope that answers that. That's a very good question. Um, Cindy Fitzgerald writes, I was told that my dad and I are in like a soul group. That's true. Many times our birth families are part of our soul groups. But I have to also say not always, because I have encountered in my many years of readings people who end up in a family that is so destructive and so dysfunctional that people can't wait to get out of it. And I think sometimes we souls that want to make progress will jump into any body just to get into the earth so we can get on with our way. So I don't think that every family is necessarily a soul group, but a lot of times they are. Okay. So, anyways, yes, Cindy, I agree with you about you and your dad being part of the soul group. Absolutely. Christian Druid 1313 says, what are my thoughts about twin flames? Christian Druid 1313, I got to tell you, I'm not a big believer in twin flames or soul flames. I do believe it happens, but I don't think it happens as often as people think that it does. So many times what we would call our soulmate or our twin flame is not on earth at the same time we are. So like they're over in spirit while we're here supporting us. Our soulmate is kind of like our cheerleader, you know? And hi, Cindy M's here. Is this Cindy from LA? Good to see you. Um, so yeah, I heard the news too. We were just talking about that. Um, you know, so anyways, yeah, it's this today is. I sometimes think that souls that are high profile in this life sometimes plan a dramatic exit in order to make a statement or make an impact. Because not to sound weird or negative, but from a spiritual side, his death is prompting a lot of people to question their own mortality, to question life, question death. And so in a way, Kobe's death gives us all a chance to make spiritual progress. You see? We now have to say, whoa, that could have been me. Whoa, that could happen to anybody at any time. You see? And so I think that we really want to use this occasion for pause and reflection. And for those of us who do spiritual work, this gives us an opportunity to, to be of service to people. All of you here, you're all very advanced people, or you wouldn't be at my channel. So this death of Kobe Bryant is a chance for all of you to be a voice to help people around you. Maybe your next door neighbor is just distraught over this, or a family member, or just a friend. And you can, because of your spiritual perspective, help them consider that life is eternal, that Colby's gone on to the spirit world, which he has, and that, you can talk about soul groups. There's so much that we can all do to help those who are suffering right now. You know what I mean? So I think that's very important, So Jay Whippet says, my family was really dysfunctional when I was a child. Oops, I just lost it. When I was a child and young adult. Now we're all getting along. Turns out my mother had a psychosis from a slow burning cancer. She's better now, so everything is better. CJ Whippet, that's very interesting that you talk about that, because many times, when we incarnate in a family group, that kind of erratic behavior can also, like in your mom's case, have an underlying issue. And so your mother has demonstrated to you on a deeper level the power of overcoming and healing. And your life is now actually more powerful for having gone through that. And now you have even greater compassion for people who struggle with cancer, with dysfunction. So not, as I said, every case is different, but our families can be part of our soul groups and bring a lot of learning into our lives. So anyways, thank you for asking about Kobe. Anyways, before we get into readings tonight, I had a few quick announcements for you guys. I wanted to show you my new pendant. I just recently got this gemstone, and we're going to talk about this, I think, on Wednesday. We're going to talk about the carnelian. And I put it inside a little crystal cage. Isn't that beautiful? It's a deep, vibrant orange carnelian. It's a mystical stone. And as I said, I think we'll get more into that on Wednesday, on Wiccan Wednesday. We'll talk about working with carnelian, what it means, all its properties. But y'all are always saying, think about what jewelry are you wearing. So I'm wearing an orange carnelian tonight. Isn't that wonderful? So yeah. And I'm also wearing my green agate ring. And then I've got on a bracelet. Let me take it off here. This is African jade. It's from Africa, from South Africa. So I'm wearing a mixture of different gems tonight because, I believe in the gemstones. And so be back here on Wednesday this upcoming week because we're going to talk about carnelian. I'm going to show you some other carnelians. We'll talk about how to work with that. And I think it'll be a lot of fun and a learning time for all of us, So Moonfay remembers my ring. Yeah, this is one of my favorite rings. Green agate. Let me see, you can see it. Set in silver. So I love my jewelry. Psychic Bob got to have a little bling on. I have to tell you guys a funny story. This goes back like 20 some years ago. When I was a young psychic starting out, I did readings. I had a little shop up at our local shopping mall. I had my own office up there. And this lady came one day for a reading, and she brought her little boy with her. And they were walking by, and they saw my crystal ball. And the little boy said, "Oh, look at that. There's a psychic." And the mother comes over. She says, "Oh, wow." She said, "You do readings?" I said, "Yes." And she said, "Well, I've never had a reading, but I'm curious." I said, "Well, I'd be happy to read for you." The little boy says, "Mom," he was probably about 8 years old. He says, "Mom, you've got to have a reading with him. I know he's a real psychic." And I thought this was really cute. I looked at the little boy. I said, "How do you know I'm a real psychic?" He says, "It's the jewelry. All real psychics wear big rings." And I had a different ring on at that time. But I did have I love my big ring. So I had a big ring on. The little boy points to me. He says, "Mom, you see that big ring? That means he's a real psychic." I thought that was so sweet. I thought, boy, I wish everybody was so accepting of that. Anyways, but so I wear my real big rings because I'm a real psychic. Anyway, so yeah, that's my story. Isn't that great? I'll never forget it. I tell you, I'll never forget it. So Christian Druid says, I used to have, oops, I missed it. Oh, let me see some type of jewelry here. I used to have a turquoise and silver bracelet, but sold it. Well, you know what? Sometimes jewelry comes in our lives and then we have to let it go. And you know what? It all comes back around. I had a lot of jewelry stolen a few years ago by the government stalkers. And, you just have to let it go. I really try to believe in the concept of not being too materially attached because everything in this world's passing. I love all my jewelry, but, I've also lost a lot over the years and you just have to let it go. If you can handle it from that perspective, you'll always be okay with your jewelry, So anyways, also really another quick announcement. I have a new painting. It may be up later tonight. We're having some technical problems, but I want to show you my new painting. This is my new painting, and it's done on canvas and acrylics, and it's called Gold Geometry. See if you guys can see that. Gold Geometry. That's the name of this painting. So this will be up at my website for free download. Hopefully tonight, if not tonight, by tomorrow. Okay, so as I said, I'm having a little technical problems getting it uploaded, but we'll have it soon. So if you like a lot of you have been saying how much you love my modern art, go get your free download copy at my website, PsychicBob.com. Now, a lot of you have been asking, am I going to start putting artworks on t-shirts? Yes, I am. I am going to start putting artworks, so we'll have t-shirts with some of my paintings on it. And but y'all need to tell me. I asked you the other day, nobody told me if you have a favorite painting that you would like on a t-shirt, because I want to kind of get as many people happy as I can. So if y'all tell me if you have a favorite painting, if you don't remember the names of the painting or you don't have the name, just describe it to me. I'll know what it is. So anyways, maybe after this video, you can tell me which of my artworks you'd like me to start with. We may eventually have all of the paintings on t-shirts, but for right now, I'm just going to start with a few. So I want to know what your favorite paintings are. So this is my newest one, Gold Geometry. Okay. So get that at PsychicBob.com. Well, we got to do some readings here tonight. So let's all settle down. Let's just do a little meditation so we can open the channel. Hey, Christine C., good to see you. Real psychics wear big rings. Yes, they do. Isn't that great? I'll never forget that kid. I know, Mom. He's a real psychic, Mom. You got to have a reading. He was so excited. So then I did a little reading for him. Oh, he was thrilled as a peach. And by the way, I have to tell you the end of that story. So one of the things that I told this mother, and I can't give too much away because it might identify them, but I saw the little boy, who was 8 years old at the time, being involved in politics. And I said, you're going to be very successful in life and you're going to move up into the world of politics. Well, probably about 2, maybe 3 years ago, the lady called me and said, Bob, you may not remember me. And she told me that, and I said, oh my God, I forgot, it's been 20 some years. She said, you predicted back 20 years ago, my son would grow up and be in politics. And she said, do you know what actually happened? He's now involved in politics. I can't tell you what level of politics or where because of confidentiality, but let's just say he's moving up the ranks, okay? So I predicted it and it happened. And it was that kid who told me, I know he's a real psychic because of his ring. And every time I put on a big ring, I always remember that. So I'm wearing my big rings. Anyways, guys, well, we've got to do some meditation here. Kim Lackey, how about some ground rules, Psychic Bob? Put your questions up only once. Once, you mean W? Yeah, that's kind of the rule here. People can't type it over and over. If you type it over and over, I'm not going to read it because you're spamming the chat. Okay, so no, I'm already doing that, but thank you for reminding me of that. Okay, so if you only type it once, it goes slower and I can get through more. Whereas when some people dominate the chat, I miss a lot of people because it jumps it up so fast. So no, type it once. Don't worry, it will go slow enough. We'll be able to get more in. Okay, let's do a little meditation though, okay? So I want everybody just take your hands off the keyboard for five seconds here. And we're gonna just settle down and attune to the spirit world. Let's just close our eyes. And as we close our eyes, I want you to visualize at the top of your head a beautiful ball of white light. And I want you to let that light now enter through your top of your head. And quickly and effortlessly, it flows down through the head, down through the face, down into the neck, all down into the shoulders. That light is moving and bringing in peace and balance and healing. Let it flow down each arm now. It moves effortlessly and quickly, down through the shoulder blades, down to the lower back, down from the chest and into the stomach. Let that light continue to fill you and wrap around you like a blanket of silk. Let that light flow down through the hips, down through the thighs, down to the knees. Let that light just wash through your body now. Let it flow down to the shins and calves, down to the ankles, and all the way down to the feet and toes. See how quickly you're able now to fill yourself with that amazing light. It only takes just a moment. But now you're sitting in a body filled with beautiful divine light. And let's just take a moment and sit in the light in silence together. So now I will be silent just for a moment while we focus on the light within. Very good. Now, we've all been working in the spirit body, and I want us to come back to the physical. So let's move our feet a little bit. Let's move our hands and fingers. Take some deep breaths, get the lungs working. And when you're ready, I want you to come back. And when you return, you're going to be alert, be refreshed, and hopefully be feeling good. And when you're back and ready, you may open your eyes and you'll be fully present here. All right, are we coming back? All right, first question tonight, Logan Boggs. I'm here, my name is Logan Boggs. I live in, was it Colorado, I think they said? I live in Lakewood, Colorado. Well, hello, Logan, welcome to our show tonight. I have to tell you, it's interesting that you're here because When I'm stepping into your frequency here, I'm getting a lot of clear blue light around you. This is a sign that you're opening gifts of communication now. And I feel that as we're going through the next 2 to 3 months here, you're going to find a lot of networking energy, networking for new friendships, as well. It looks like financial blessing, like an opportunity to do a work or connect with somebody that may have a career influence, if not immediately, a little bit down the road. So be open to meeting new people, to connecting, and to communicating. Thank you for being here tonight. Blessings to you. All right, Antoine LeVay, is there any messages for me? Hi, Antoine. Yes, I do have a message. Antoine, I keep hearing Merlin back here. You know, the magician Merlin, the wizard. And he says that he's opening your ability to channel through your power of magic. And he says that he's bringing prosperity to you. And I feel like there's an issue around improved finances here. And as we get into February, it looks like there may be a new job opportunity. I don't know if you've started another job yet, but I feel like there's a transition where I feel like you're going into new work. And so February is a time for prosperity and learning to channel. So you might want to do some prosperity spells, do some research on that, ask Merlin to guide you, and watch what happens. February is going to be a month where I see more money, and not just money, but like a sense of contentment, a sense of happiness here. So that's the message for you. Thanks for being here. Blessings to you. Carolyn R. Hi, Carolina R. Any messages or advice for me from my spirit guides? Blessings. You know, Caroline, I got to tell you, I keep hearing this lady. It's Rose. Okay, hold on. I think it's my spirit guide. I didn't recognize the voice. It sounded a little strange to me. Bring her in closer. I couldn't hear it. Yes, thank you. My spirit guide, Rose, is back here for you, Carolina. And she says to tell you, she's funny. She's literally brought in a clothing rack. And she says, tell Carolina I brought clothes for her. I'm getting her dressed. I'm pushing her out into society. It looks like you're coming into a time when there's going to be a lot more social activity for you. And Rose wants you to be attending events. I keep seeing 2 lunches that you're going to be invited to. One's in February, one's in March. And one of these may be a connection with like a social networking, like a meetup group, or even possibly like a business association. So be ready, Carolina, to mix, to mingle, to see and be seen. Rose is getting you ready. She said, we're making Carolina glamorous. I think you're already glamorous, but Rose is helping bring that out more fully. And so she's going to be working with you. A lot of social activity. And I feel networking that may lead to also career advancement here for you. Watch February, watch March, okay? Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. Okay, Amy, 2572. Question, Bob. What does my mom's higher self want to tell me on a deeper level? You know, Amy, it's interesting because when I'm stepping into your frequency, what I'm getting is that I'm literally seeing your higher self. And it's literally like your higher self is saying to you, it's like the words I keep hearing is, I've got this, I've got this. So I feel like you're at a crossroads here where you're trying to kind of step into a greater authority in your own life, but your human self is feeling afraid, but your higher self is assuring you, you've got this. I think that particularly around the months of end of March going into April here, there may be kind of a new beginning for you in terms of some life path issues. I'm getting the words healing around you, and I feel you're getting some emotional healing, but I'm also getting this opening of creativity. And I think you may find yourself very drawn to artistic pursuits as we go through the spring, and this may evolve into like literally a new life path, a new career area for you. And your higher self just, I'm hearing it say, I've got this. So meaning you're not going to err, you're not making a mistake, and you're being blessed. Okay. I hope that helps to you. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. All right. Oops, hold on a second. Hold on just one. Wow, we flew a whole, I lost a bunch of them. Hold on a second, guys. Wow, we flew through them. All right, well, I'm going to try to get what I can. I'm missing some of them probably. So you're just going to have to bear with me, guys, okay? Tina Sellens, hi, Lord Bob. Any messages? Thank you. Yeah. Tina, you've got around you Archangel Michael. He's coming in to protect you right now. It looks like you're kind of at a big crossroads here, and I hear Archangel Michael saying to walk through the crossroads. Don't be afraid. It looks like the next, like from now till June, is a time of growth and transition. May come up an issue here of like going in a new path, like learning a new skill or doing some sort of education. And so Archangel Michael is back here and is guiding you. Okay, so be ready for some radical change. I don't say it in a scary way, but you might feel a little scared, but you're not, there's no danger here for you. Okay. Anyways, I hope that helps. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, hold on a second. Somebody donated. Oh, Brianna. Hi, Brianna donated $5. Thank you, Brianna. That's very kind of you. Brianna says, can my stomach gut issues be healed with my spirituality work, or is it purely physical? You know, Brianna, I think you've got two issues going on here. When I'm walking into your stomach, I am getting an acid imbalance. So you do have a physical condition going on. I think you may need a professional antacid, so ask your doctor. But the good news is I don't see being a long-term issue. Now, in terms of the spirituality, I also feel that part of that is being caused by and I don't say this to be correct, you're too ungrounded a lot of times because you're very high frequency. This is a struggle for very psychic people. We get so energized that we're literally buzzing, and sometimes it taxes our body. So I want you to work on grounding down. The other day I was talking about the stone brown agate. And this would be a really good stone for you because it will ground you physically and emotionally, and it's protective. So get brown agate, talk to your doctor. I think you will need an antacid, at least temporarily, okay? So anyway, somebody else donated £5 to the show. I don't know who that was. It didn't went off my screen. Anyways, tell me if you all saw who donated the £5. Let me know. Okay, I couldn't see the name. All right. All right. Okay. Logan Boggs, hi, Sigma. I have some issues. Can I send you an email? Yeah, Logan, send me an email. My email will be below this video, psychicbobhickman@gmail.com. Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. Rafe Turtle says, hold on, Rafe Turtle. Sorry, guys, I'm having trouble with chat tonight. Bob, on Friday, me and my mom had this discussion about my behavior. She told me that all the people that we were rented us, that all that we were renting from, also new ones, owners told my mother that I was mentally retarded, which I'm not. Rafi, first I got to tell you something. I've talked to you personally. I know you. You're not mentally ill. What you are is you're incredibly psychic. You're very creative. You're very artistic. And the people around you don't understand you because you're at a higher frequency. When people encounter old souls like yourself, if they're not ready for your presence and your power, sometimes they'll just create an illusion and say, well, you must be weird. Never buy into that. I can promise you, Rafe Turtle, because I've dealt with this in my own life, that stay your course, be true to you, and let the spirit people help you, because the people who truly love you are going to love you. And those who don't love you aren't going to love you anyways. There's nothing you can do. Never worry about trying to win over and impress people. Be you. You know, there's a saying I saw the other day online. Somebody said, you do you, boo. You do you, boo. I love that saying. Anyways, I hope that translates for you. But you be who you are. And don't let anybody put you down. You stand in your light and truth, okay? You're going to be fine. And I think in about a month, they're going to be seeking you out for guidance and help. Let your light shine. Okay. All right. Stranger Things 1. Hey, Bob, any messages from Zeus? You know, Stranger Things, I got to tell you, I do think that you are making that connection. It's really interesting because when I'm stepping into your frequency, I'm literally getting clouds and lightning bolts. I don't think Zeus is mad at you. I think that's just a sign that he's saying, I am present in my majesty. And so he is revealing himself to you in forms of majesty. I want you particularly to watch the sky because you know, he controls the weather, the clouds, the lightning, and you can have a messages directly from him through observing the sky. Ask Zeus to show you messages through the clouds. I think you'll be very fascinated how that works for you, but he is around you, and he's showing me these lightnings and clouds just to acknowledge his presence and to say he's with you. Okay. Blessings to you. I can't wait to hear what you find out. Hold on, James, I want to get you in. I saw something here. Well, I got to put on my glasses here. All right. 'Twas Miss Sylvia. Was that Sylvia who donated the £5? Sylvia, if that was you, thank you. Bob, a male ghost voice keeps asking for help. How can I help him? I tried to send him to the light last year, but he's back again. Who is he? James, you've got somebody that died in World War II around you. I can feel his vibration. He's literally like a soldier. And I think he's actually an English, a British soldier possibly, because his uniform looks more English than American to me. He's not going to be anybody dangerous, but what's happened is he died a tragic death. He died during the Blitz in London. He was actually a fighter, or not a fighter, but he was what do you call it, like civil patrol, like on the ground fighting anti-aircraft with anti-aircraft gun. He was shot by a German Nazi plane that was flying down spraying bullets. And that's how he died. He, in his mind, what I'm hearing, because I can hear his voice, it's really interesting. When you have an earthbound, sometimes their vibration's so close to the physical, it's easier to hear them than elevated souls. But the reason why you're hearing his voice is that he is very close to your vibration. And he's hanging out. Now, this is the funny part. He thinks the war's still going on, and he thinks you're in danger. So I want you to tell him that you're fine, you're not in danger, and that he has your permission to go. Tell him to go through the spirit door. There's a lady, I think this may have been his wife or girlfriend, but I'm getting the name, it's like Jeannie. Jeannie is the name, like Jeanie, Jeannie. I believe that was his girlfriend or a wife. But tell him that Jeannie needs his help, and she's through the door with the spirit door. Because, you know, wherever the spirit door is, it's like a bright light. Tell him Jeannie's over there and needs his help. That will get him going towards the light. Okay, but the reason why he's back is just that he's still on duty. See, earthbound souls, when they die tragic death, they get disoriented. And they're like, I'm still alive. Like, because a lot of people, especially in the 20th century, stopped believing in life after death. So a lot of people during the wars died, and they like, how can I be walking around talking? I can't be dead, but they are dead. And so that's why he's around you. He's not going to be any danger, but I do want you to talk to him, tell him that Jeannie is over there through that doorway, and send him over. Because what happened is, I know you tried to send him to the light, but I get the sense he went to the door and didn't cross all the way through. So that's what happened. Okay. But yeah, talk to him. Okay. All right. All right. Iman A. Hi, Bob. Any messages regarding my situation with Omar? You know, Iman, I have to tell you, I think this is one of these cases right now where it's like you're just going to have to give him space. I think sometimes to make a connection with people when they're not communicating with us, we can't force the communication, so give them space. I feel that you'll have a breakthrough, though. It won't be till about May of this year, but in May, I see a communication starting, and I see a friendship actually healing and forming there, okay? So hang in there, okay? I hope that helps. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. All right, Julie Horvath. Hi, Julie. Good to see you, darling. Julie writes, Oh, what was it? My cat died 5 days ago. I'm so sorry. I had to put her to sleep. I had her for 19 years. I miss her so much. Does she have any messages for me? Well, Julie, I don't say this flippantly. First of all, I'm really sorry for your loss. But you know what? I can tell you don't have to ask me that question because she's already there with you. I literally see her literally next to you, like she's literally next to you on the floor. So I want you to literally just reach your hand down. It's on your right side. And I want you to reach down towards the floor. You're going to actually feel kind of like a shift, like it might be warm or it might be cold, but you will actually feel her spirit body. Don't worry, you won't hurt her. But her energy, she's literally right there. I feel her right around you. So that's her message. She's there. I just hear her saying that she's happy and she did make it to the light. Animals are amazing because when they die, they don't get hung up like humans do. They go straight into the light, they get healed, and then they come back and visit us. And so, one of the things you can do, Julie, is she's going to be around you for a while. Put out her food if you can do it without being overwhelmed. Put out her water bowl and her food bowl she always ate out of, and fill them as if she's there because she is there and she'll appreciate the effort. Now, she won't physically eat it because she's spirit now, but she can absorb the energy and she'll feel the love in the act. So you talk to her, but she's right there literally, and I mean that literally beside your chair. Okay? Blessings to you. Fletcher said she's going to get in bed with you tonight too. So you might feel something pounce on the bed, and that's your cat. Okay. Blessings to you. Okay, Miss Sylvia, you donated $5. I didn't know what your question was. Maybe you can retype it for me, okay? And I'll get to you, all right? All right. Maria H. Any advice from Spirit? Are my prayers being heard? I'm heartbroken. Maria, I got to tell you, yes, your prayers are heard. When I'm walking into your light, hun, you've got around you a beautiful white light and purple light. These are the colors of Archangel Raphael. So I want you to start talking with him and ask Raphael to help you. He's there to comfort you. There's going to be healing around you and your family here. And I think as we get into March, you're going to see significant improvement. I feel that you and your husband will start to reconnect and there'll be a reunion with you. So you're going to get there. Right now, everybody's kind of been scattered by the trauma and the emotional stuff. But that's why Raphael's coming, because you definitely do need healing. And I want you to receive the healing from the angels. Call on Raphael. He's working with you, okay? In March, I see improvement in your situation. It's going to take a little while, but March isn't that far away. I know you're saying, Bob, I want it today. Please do not give up. The spirit world's timing is always perfect. It'll be March. Okay. Blessings to you. Yeah. All right. Pam Erard. Hi, Pam. Good to see you here. Pam writes, greetings, Lord Ision. Thank you. That's my title for those of you who don't know who they're talking about. I have a title of Lord Ision. I hold the lordship of Ision. Greetings, Lord Ision. Can you please tell me who the shadow person is that I just seen outside my window tonight? Do you know what he wants? I saw it and it darted off. Pam, that shadow person is actually somebody. This is going to sound strange, but they've come up out of the ground. Now you're like, what? They come out of the ground. I think your house is literally situated on what we call a vortex area. So let me just ease your mind. First of all, I don't think that person's there to scare you or to hurt you. I think they're just finding doorways. And I don't think they're actually going to come into your house. I think they're going to just go down the street. But what you saw was somebody discovering where a doorway was. I believe out on your property, there's kind of what we call a ley line, because I'm literally seeing like this brilliant glowing blue light cross literally right through the middle of your house and out the front lawn, and it's like going through the house and both lawns. And that's what that was. They were drawn to that ley line because it's like an energy current. Ley lines, if you want to think about it, are kind of like tunnels underground that spirits can use to get places quickly. kind of like wormholes, but you are near a ley line. And I imagine you're probably going to see more of that if you watch for it. I don't pick up any danger. It's just somebody passing through. Okay. Anyways, I hope that helps. Okay, Robbie Saloom. Hi, Bob. Will I be happier soon? Thank you. Yeah, Robbie, you're getting healing. I'm getting a lot of green light around you, which tells me that they're working on your heart chakra. I picked up around you an angel. The name I keep getting around this angel, it's a female angel, and she gives me a name. It sounds like L'Oreal, L-O-R-I-L, L'Oreal. And she said that she's working on the heart. I hear her voice, and she said, I'm healing the heart. And so you're going to actually get some physical strength and emotional strength here because you've been through, your energy's been depleted. But L'Oreal's your angel guide, and she's helping you. Hold on, she just said something. Okay. Yeah, it looks like as we get into mid-February, in about 2 weeks, there's going to be a significant sense of balance, of peace, of well-being for you, Robbie, okay? I hope that helps. Blessings to you. You're welcome, Pam. Thank you so much. All right. Jacob Kahn. Dear Bob, could you try getting my dear father through? Thank you and your team so much. Blessings to you. Thank you, Jacob. You know, I'm terribly guilty. I always forget to acknowledge my spirit team who helps me so much. You know, Fletcher is my devoted guide, and, you know, I've got other guides. Fletcher, can you find out anything about Jacob's father? Okay. My other guide who's part of my team is Doris Stokes. She wants to come in and help with this. Doris, are you back there? Can you bring through Jacob's dad? Okay. Hold on, Jacob. Yeah, bring him closer. I think Doris can get him in. Hold on. This is why, you know, I tell people I can't conjure anybody. It's if the spirits can get them through. It's up to them. Yeah. Jacob, I think I got your father back here. And what's interesting, he uses the term, I'm the King Khan. So you know how your name is Concasia? He says, I'm the King Khan. It's like he's playing and doing a play on words like, I'm the king. And he's laughing. And he said, yes, he said, I like to think I'm the king. But he said, since coming here, the spirit, I've learned that I'm not as big as I thought. But he's asking me to tell you he's in the light. He said, I made it over. I'm in the light. There's another person that's coming in around him as well. I'm getting another relative that goes back. I want to call this, I don't think it's his father. I think it's like a great uncle. I'm getting a second person. I'm just picking up that it's like it would be his uncle, be your great uncle, I believe, back here as well. So I'm getting two people for you. But I hear your dad saying, I'm fine and I'm the King Khan. So he wants to bring his blessings. He's asking me to tell you, don't be worrying about stuff. He said you've been too worried about everything lately. He said you're going to be just fine. It looks like as we get into February here, there's going to be some issues come up around money. And he says not to worry about the money. I'm going to get that taken care of, and there'll be more for you at that time. So I think there's going to be some sort of financial blessing that he is working on from spirit. It'll come the end of February, okay? But he's here. He sends love to you, and he's fine, okay? He just asked me to tell you, he says, I'm not smoking over here. So I don't know if he was smoking at one point or when he was younger. He said, I quit all that. I don't have time for it. He said his life's very busy, and he's very active and very happy. But he's here for you and sending blessings. I hope that helps. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. All right, hold on. Let's see. Who else we got here? I got to put on my glasses here. Where my glasses go? Hold on a second. I'll drop my glasses. All right. Cindy Fitzgerald. Sorry to keep asking, but who is the ghost on my stairs? You know, Cindy, I think you have a number of spirits around you. And I don't say that to scare you. I just think you're very psychic. I keep getting a man on your stairs. He feels a little older, about 45 years old. I believe he died of a heart attack. And I think he actually lived on that property back in the 1970s. I keep getting the name Bill or Billy around this. And it's funny because he said, I'm looking for a beer. I don't think he's anybody dangerous. He's just hanging out looking for a beer. He's kind of a party guy. Even though he's about 45 years old, he loves to party still. But he's around you. So just ask him to go over to the light. He has a mother that's in spirit. I believe the mother's name is Heloise. Heloise is his mother's name. Tell him that Heloise is calling him. That'll get him over to the light. Oh, somebody just donated $5. Thank you, darling. El Isabella Montez. That's a beautiful name. That's a very noble name. I love that. Isabella Montez. Hi, Bob. Any messages for me from Spirit? Thank you. Hi, Isabella. There's a lady I'm walking into your energy. I'm getting this lady, and it's interesting because she's dressed in all black lace. She has a lace mantilla. Am I saying that right? You know, the veil like they wear in the Catholic Church. She's from like the early 1900s time period. And she's dressed, and she's this beautiful black jewelry, black onyx. And I thought at first she's dressed in mourning clothes. And she says, no. She says, I'm not grieving. And she says, I just love the color black. And this woman, she's quite aristocratic. She said that she's from Mexico, but she said, I'm originally from a Spanish family in Spain. And she says, I'm the Grande Dame. She gives me the title of Countess around her. She says, I'm the Countess. And the name I want to put around this, it almost sounds like, it's like the name to me sounds like Mirabella, almost like Mirabella, Countess Mirabella. And I may be saying that wrong, but that's the closest I'm getting. But she's just a guide coming in for you. And she's asking me to tell you that she's helping you, she said, to step into your power. She said when she was alive, she had a gift of sight. She was very psychic. And she said, you have a lot of psychic energy. So Countess Mirabella is the name of your spirit person, okay? And she's guiding you to open your psychic gifts. Isn't that wonderful? How wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see here. Hold on a second. Jacob, that's a good question. You said that your father didn't smoke. I'm not sure I understand what he was saying. He may have been discussing, because he may have had a lung issue at the time of crossing. And it may have been when he was younger, he was around people smoking, because he said, I don't have time for that. So I may have misinterpreted that he was smoking, but he said he's not connected to smoking. So that's the best I could get on it. But that may have a connection to another family member, because sometimes when I read, I crisscross things a little bit because he's talking, making a reference to something else, and maybe I miss a little bit of it. But he's fine now, and that's the thing. He was like showing me his lungs. So I do believe around the time of his crossing, he was very sensitive in the lung area. And it may have not been him smoking, but somebody else that smoked around him. So bear with me. Sometimes it's a little complex to get it exact. But just find out, see about if you can find out about his lung situation or if another family member smoked, okay? Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. All right, hold on a second. All right, Sarah J. Bob, any messages about family relations getting better? And funding being safe here next month. Thanks, been freaking out. Still attackish, judgmental from them. You know, Sarah, I have to tell you, you have around you right now a lot of golden light. That tells me that the spirit world's raising power around you, that your truth, your talent is shining. I do feel there will be financial improvement for you in the next month. But I have to tell you, I'm getting money coming in stages. So it's like it may come like in February money, and then March money, and then April. So it may break up into like a few segments. But I feel like, stand your ground, claim your truth, and you're going to be okay. Don't get other people's judgment about you. Don't let that influence you, because most of the people in the world don't understand. spiritual light. And so people who are naturally spiritual get judged. Just let it go. You're doing fine. And I think, just try to remember what I said about things coming in installments, because that's how I'm getting the finances around you. Okay? You're on a good path. Let your light shine. Blessings to you. All right. Now, hold on. Stojans. I can't see this. Hold on. Stojans, dear Psychic Bob, are there any messages for me? Thank you. Hi, Stojans. Hold on just a second. Fletcher's back here. Where's it? Okay. Doris wants to say so. Hi, Doris. Yes. Thank you. Doris has brought your father over, Stojans. I'm getting your dad back here, and he's asking me to tell you that he said he's very proud of you. And he said he's standing with you. He said that he wished when he was alive he had been more free-flowing and artistic. And he said you have a great sense of creativity, and he admires that in you. And he wants you to know that he's watching you as you create. So you might want to do some artworks and dedicate them to him, but he's around you being inspired and lending inspiration from spirit for you. But he just wants you to know he's fine and sends love over to you. Thank you so much. All right, David Jan. Hi, Bob. Are there any messages from my lovely spirit guides? Thank you so much. Can't wait for the reading. Well, David Jan, I'm very excited when we get a chance to sit down. Thank you so much for your question. David Jan, I got to tell you, I'm hearing back here today Edgar Casey talking to you. And Edgar Casey said that, this is the word he says, I'm opening a channel of light. It looks, David Jan, you're going to be one of your themes that's going to be developing this year is what we call a peacekeeper theme. Now, when we talk about peacekeeper, that doesn't necessarily mean having to stop family from fighting. This could be, for example, peacekeeper on a larger level, like you will bring messages that bring healing to the world and bring peace. So Edgar Casey's talking about the channel opening so you can embrace channeled, I get this as channel messages that are coming into you connected to healing, peacekeeping, emotional healing, that sort of stuff. So he's asking me to that he's around you, working with you. Mr. Casey said also there's some Pleiadian guides who are calling you to work in a sense of being a channel. So that's really fascinating. Well, when we sit down, we'll go more in depth on all of that. And, thank you for taking the time to book a session. We definitely are going to have to explore this more one-on-one, but that's what they're bringing for you today. So I hope that helps a little bit, and we'll look into that this week. Okay. Blessings to you. Thank you so much, David Jen. Debbie M. Is Kobe Bryant, his daughter, passed over? Yes, they're over in the light. At the beginning of the show, I was talking about it. So if you didn't see that, go back and see that. But yes, they made it to the light. Okay. We don't have to worry. No earthbounds there. Okay. All right. Amazing weirdness. Hi, Bob. Why does my hair keep breaking and takes so long to grow? Does Spirit have any advice, ritual spells, remedies that can help it grow quicker and healthier? Excuse me, amazing weirdness. I'm getting this weird hormone and fluctuation in you. It's like you want to have a doctor to check your hormone levels. I think you have an excess right now of stress hormones that I feel is creating that imbalance and causing your hair to become brittle and to lose it. You might want to just in the short term, aside from the medical research, you might want to use a conditioner to help moisturize it. Sometimes conditioner, like for example, I have very oily hair, right? So I never generally use conditioner because it makes my hair really greasy. But I found recently a shampoo, which I won't say the name because I don't want to advertise, but it has a mild conditioner that actually helps my hair. And so even though I haven't used conditioner in the past, I'm finding it's helping me. And I think for you, a good conditioner will help soften the hair so that it will be more nutrient rich and absorb the chemicals in your body that sustain it. Okay? I hope that helps. Thank you so much. I hope that helps. Blessings. All right. All right. Beltor. Hey, Beltor. Good to see you here. Hi, Bob. Any messages for me tonight? You know, Beltor, I'm getting literally flashing pinnacles all around. You got a lot of magic power rising. And I think that you want to put a focus on exploring magical spell work. That is where your power is. You're going to be able to do a lot of changes this year, but it's connected to magical ability. So do some work. If you haven't studied Wicca, I might recommend Scott Cunningham. Start with any of his books. They're all wonderful. Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary is the one I first started with. And I think that will open up that magical ability for you. But anything he puts out is good. Scott Cunningham, okay? I hope that helps. Blessings to you. Dana T. Oh my gosh, we're at our time, guys. Let me take one more here. Dana T. Hi, Bob. Do you see me getting a job soon that I enjoy in mental health counseling? I've been applying. You know, Dana, yes, let me tell you, you've got around you right now, you've got a lot of beautiful silver and gold light. That means people are seeing your talent, and it means money's going to be drawn to you. In terms of timing, and don't hate me, it's not going to be till about mid-February, around the 15th of February, that you actually get a confirmation of it, like an interview that looks like it's something you really want. And I feel by end of February, you're actually going to be employed. So yeah, you've got a few weeks yet, but it's not far off for you. Okay, keep going. You're doing the right thing. One of the things I want you to do is visualize gold and silver light around you. That will draw people to you as you go to interviews. Before you go in, just take 5 minutes while you're in the waiting room. Just close your eyes, visualize golden light and silver sparkling. And that will draw people to you and they'll feel comfortable with you. So yeah, mid-February looks like interviews. Okay. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, guys. Well, listen, we are at our hour. I don't mean to be short, guys, but I'm on a bit of a schedule tonight. So I want to tell you guys thank you for being here. I'm sorry, I know we can't get everybody in, but I got what I could. And and I always say listen to everybody's messages, because you never know, spirit can speak through other people's messages to help you. So if you're watching, you're like, oh my God, what Bob said for that person makes sense. I could apply that to my life. And you say, can I? Absolutely. Because that came from spirit. And spirit wants to help as many people as they can. Okay. So guys, thank you for being here. Listen, be here tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Monday. We're going to have horoscopes. We're going to spin around the zodiac wheel and see what is in the stars for you. I cover all 12 zodiac signs. So everybody watching tomorrow's video will get a reading. So don't miss it, okay? I love all of you. You guys rock. You are the best. And thank you for being here tonight. I just think you're very special, all of you. And I love you. Listen, make sure to check back at my website. If you like modern art, want to get this for your art collection, you can get a free download copy. If not tonight, it'll be tomorrow. Just depends on what we get the technical problems. But by tomorrow for sure, we'll have this up. It's called Gold Geometry. So make sure to pop over to PsychicBob.com and get your own free download print copy of this artwork. It's only up for a week. Next Saturday, we'll have a new artwork up, okay? You guys are the best. Listen, thank you for being here. I love you. Keep me posted as things develop with all of you. I love to get your messages. Please help me out. Go back, like this video, favorite it, share it, thumbs up, tell people about Spirit Channel. If you haven't done so, hit subscribe. Be part of our channel. We'd love you to be here. Oh, and before I go, don't forget, check my store. See if you see my store below this video after it processes, or check any of my videos and get yourself a Psychic Bob t-shirt at my merchandise store. I have a merch store now. So we're going to have more shirts coming. A lot of you have been sending me wonderful ideas. Thank you for your requests. We are working on that. So we're going to have a lot more for you. We just have a few things now, but we just opened it last week. We're building up our offerings. So I'm hearing you. So if in the box below you want to put any t-shirt ideas you'd like to see, a lot of you have been saying we want a Spirit Channel shirt. We are working on Spirit Channel shirts, as well as more OPC shirts and hoodies. And we're going to have mugs. We're going to have all sorts of different things. Little by little. It takes a little while to get the products designed and rolled out. But there's some stuff now. So go see my merch store below this video. If you are not seeing it below the video, go to my main channel page, and up at the top there'll be a bar and you'll see store on it. So that's where you can find either place. Okay. Well, guys, thank you for being here. I love all of you. We'll be back here tomorrow for horoscopes, so you don't want to miss it. All right, we'll see you then. God bless you all. Hope you have a blessed, wonderful night. Blessed be.